my city.
Good evening, folks. This is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you tonight with another quick review. It's been a minute since I've done some filming and that kind of thing, but I watched on Friday night or Thursday night, MGO got in his gamer edition of this figure, so I went on to BBTS, tried to get a hold of it. Gone. It's gone from his other stock. And then I went to GameStop and threw it down real quick, turned around, got the confirmation and order, and here it is tonight on the turntable. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff down below. Thank you again to all those who have subscribed. Let's get this thing, like I said, turned around, and let's get the gamer edition on the table. Tonight on the turntable we have the early arrival of a long overdue updated version to the deluxe class version of this guy, and I gotta tell you, I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing here as far as it is in the box here. I'm getting back to that box. Man, this thing is nice. I mean, they're really crushing it with the box art. You got 22 steps. This looks to be less complicated than this guy right here. This is the Alpha Tryon 2-pack from a couple, let's see, well, 2017, I think a couple of years ago, but anyway, they did this guy and a Titans Return 2-pack together, and I just got to see if it'll get it focused. And so this guy's more blue, where the blue was, there was the hot pink, kind of like you see, like, or it's not even hot pink, it's just a different variant of red there. But we're going to see how that stacks up and see if I can get back in the swing of things and get things into focus here. 22 steps and another look at that game rendition model. I am so happy to have this in hand. Let's see if it lives up to that deluxe and or vice versa. See. Thank you guys again for all those who subscribe, and let's get them out of box. So what all comes in the box? We got the warning in 26 languages. We have the new Optimus Prime War for Cybertron's instruction sheet showing you how all the parts work and all the good stuff and things, all the way down to the 22 steps to change him into his Cybertronian truck mode. And that truck mode in the steps looks to be the butt of all jokes and probably my one major complaint so far, but that looks pretty solid as a truck. And this is the part of the game, if I'm not too mistaken, this is the backdrop that comes with it, and this will go back in the box and go to recyclables a little bit later because I don't keep these either. Really nice on the front. It's got the little War for Cybertron there and the logo there. If I'm not too mistaken, if memory serves, and y'all correct me in the comments if you want to, this is the part where Megatron's head comes out and, you know, is talking down upon them in this one particular scene in the game. And this game is now 13 years old, or 12 and a half years old, if not going on 13. So this shouldn't be too spoilerish for anybody, but with this pulled back wide shot, I can't help but feel it. That looks a whole lot like a Sharkticon, like crouched up, but it's actually a big like centerpiece, and the bots are like down here, and there's Megatron's head, you know, broadcasting across. It's enough with that box art. We have Prime in his cardboard prison with that same little back, you know, art that we just have for the backdrop. And gosh, he looks so much bigger and bulkier right off bat. And right off bat, not even out of the package. I can zoom in on the face and I can see that his eyes are paint blemished. Looks like I'm going to have to get out the modders kit and fix his eyes right out of the box, guys. Okay. That's not how you want to start things off. And then if we flip it around to the back, we have some tissue paper, probably with his axe and his blaster. And yeah, so this is not off to a good screaming start like I wanted it to be. Right out of the bat, out of the box, I'm going to take a look at this, and if nothing else push comes to shove, I'll probably send it back. But wow, that's not what we want right off the bat. Let's get him out of the prison and see how he does in robot mode. And fresh out of the box, it looks like he's already flipping me off, man. So that's not a good indicator either. And guys, I gotta say, it's crazy how sheer excitement of knowing that you got in something you were looking forward to gets in, and then when you get it out of the box, there's a lot of just buzzkill for me on this guy right here. Not even out of the box, bam, this thing comes flying off. and he doesn't stand up good either. So you got flying fist punch. At least it got some wrist articulation in there to a degree, and that's just an aggravation, like I said, out of the box. Bam. So that's what happens out of the box with that. And feeling this, I can see the hollowness already without getting too much deeper into it. The eye paint right there before I even got it out of the box. And going into these accessories, that looks okay. There's just no sense in this whatsoever. And you can pop this off and plug this back in somehow here, and just to simulate that his arm turns into the cannon, and that looks all right. But I'd just rather have Optimus have his G1 Prime gun. I actually think that looks tons better than whatever this thing is here, so that's not even cool. His axe comes in 2 pieces, and you can form it together. I want to say it's got some other little spread features it can do here. You can I can't even grip it. You can spread it out and make it a bigger axe. You can make it the half axe, however you want to see fit, and it'll fit into his arm just like this as a smaller axe, or you can even fill in the backside and make it bigger, however you see fit there. That's not too bad, I guess. Weapons and accessories, I'll probably end up gluing this onto his, I don't want that coming apart anymore. This is a little floppy on mine. It doesn't really stay in place unless I've got it mistransformed. I've not even transformed it yet. But I mean, even like looking at this right here compared to the other one, let's get the little comparison going on. I think this leg does it better than this leg, because this looks a little bit hollow right here. Then you got the wheels, and the wheels, they did things differently there. Going up the side of the thing there, it's kind of like inundated with backpack on both. But I mean, and with my leg extension mod, they look to be about the same height if it didn't have the leg extension mod. There's a short and stubby side. I don't really care for that, so we're going to extend that back out. Because of right now, this older figure, even with its overly complicated transformation, is standing taller to me than this newer heavyweight with all the bulk and whatnot. I just don't know, man. I expected more out of this being a gamer edition, and the transformation could win me back over, but at this point, with the paint defect and this thing flying off and the hollow bits from the gun, I mean, I'm already burnt out on this guy. So let's get this guy transformed into his vehicle mode, and then I'll talk about the transformation in a little bit more detail. The only thing I didn't like about the reissue of this guy right here was the extra blue bits. I wish that they kept the original paint schema there, but I get why they did that. And dang on, I hate the way the head tucks up in this, and I'm hoping that the head's not an issue, because if you do this in vehicle mode and you roll it around, you'll just end up scraping the face mask. And that's a nice everything except for that eye there. That eye is such a pain. And before I transform, I need to get to this guy's articulation. I'm just all over the place tonight. My second biggest gripe in robot mode, whenever Optimus can pull off that 89 Joker, oh, here, let me lend you a hand, and you go and this falls off way too freaking easy. This is something I am not a fan of. That is just horrible, guys. Let's get into that articulation, starting off with that head, guys. We can go all the way around right there. He's got some up and some down right there, but it's a little bit more limited out to the sides there. So that's about all you're going to get on that ball joint there on the head. Then the arms, you can go all the way around in the circle unobstructed. Oh man, woosah. Let's get to the review. Let's get that reattached. So you got that out to the side with both arms. You can get that right there. You can go all the way around. See, this arm works better because it's not a little loosey-goosey bit there like that. And so he does got some wrist articulation. You can go this far. You can go that far, but you can't go all the way around because of the little extra bits here on the side. So boom, boom, there you go. The hollowness always flipping bothers me to no end of the earth. At least he's got 5mm pegs there. He can't go all the way around the waist due to transformation. He can just get that holy sickle until he spins his arm completely off again. Dang, I tell you, man, it's just like the biggest butt of all jokes there. Let's get a handle on this, or get an arm on this. Anyway, so you got that there. If you get full van damage, this thing is van damaged from right out of the box with me. You can get that much in the leg. You got upper thigh swivel. You got some rocker, which is a great deal better than that old figure over there. And you can't go back at all whatsoever because the way this is doing it is obstructed. And yeah, so you're not going to get much back play there. Plus he's got a ton of kibble on the back of the legs, and then this will tend to get in the way, and it just is so floppy on mine. I just really get aggravated with this. Oh man, so let's try to push on through. Look at it like this, doesn't look bad. Then you got the eye thing going on again. Damn, man. And he's got a matrix or leadership that you can lose at nothing. But there's the matrix. It's got a peg, and you can peg it back in. It looks it's kind of half of a matrix. Yeah, you got a nice paint job there. I'd like to see the crystal, but yeah, I guess you can do a blast effects and get a mega bloosh if you want to. I ain't got no blast effects with me, so this is gonna go hopefully back on here, and it closes back up. It's nicely done where this one omitted it. So yeah, let's get this guy transformed, as I am feeling super uber frustrated with this purchase, and I shouldn't be right now. It's transforming in 3, 2, 1. I was getting ready to stop filming altogether, but I just want to warn you guys, when you're on this step, be really careful. The only thing that's holding the arms on is this little fragile bits in here, this little T on each side. Just be careful, guys. And here is the Gamer Edition in its vehicle mode, looking really, really great. Front profile, side profile. And you go back around here, and then you get to the butt of not funny whatsoever. Even though it's a more simplistic transformation, I feel like compared to the old one, these bits are more hollow. This started off nice, but then they just forget the butt end of the thing, and you got fists sticking out the back. I don't know. It's a little bit more durable plastic than the old fella here. Let's get the old fella out here on the turntable with him and show these two off side by side. This is a deluxe. That is a Voyager. And yet still, I feel better satisfied the way the back end turned out on this one, because it's Cybertronian, and it actually, you can mistransform it still and have these things up underneath, and then you got some hollow bits, but still, being Cybertronian, you don't see visible robot parts, and that's actually the knee from the robot mode. Boom, goes into there. And where it always seems to get omitted with paint lights, they just omitted the whole back end of this guy altogether. This should have not have happened at all, and I still feel like this guy's a solid win, and they've got knockoffs of this guy that are, really, really rocking. The wheels roll all good, but the bottom side, I think this is a win because it's a little bit more holy and the head is tucked away, whereas the head is totally visible and exposed to the elements of getting scraped up. If you do any rolling of your stuff, it just really gets scraped. You got visible fist, but you got major yeah. So I mean, it's a your mileage may vary. You may like this guy better right here, then this guy might be your suit. This guy is more simplistic to transform, but he feels crappier than this guy. This guy feels more solid, but he is way wicked complex. So I mean, it's to each his own, There's a darker gray used in this one, and I've got this old one somewhere downstairs with the hot pinkish color wheels to give it the more of the in-game look than that exclusive look that it's got going on there. And there's the hot pink Autobot symbol tempoed in, and serious lack of devoid of anything on the outside. And you can see how they do side by side right there. This whole bit is I like how they seamlessly integrated that into that, but I also liked how the new one you know, still made it look like the old version, but I don't know, guys. And then now I'm looking at the rims. God almighty. I like these old rims better than I like that. Holy crap. I mean, holy crap, guys. This should have been a no-brainer. Let's get into my final thoughts. They are not good. I think I actually just did cuss for the first time on a video. I thought this would be a knock out of the park. And for people that don't have this, it would be. But I've seen the greener side of the Cybertron there. And I still think this guy is a win over this guy. This guy has some gapping going on up here. And I don't know. You can call it Cybertronian. This one has less hollow bits. And this one's riddled with it. I mean, even on the top there. Don't even get me started on the back end again. I'm highly disappointed in this update, or so-called update, to the Studio Series. The first of its offering, number 3 in the series. Number 1's probably Bumblebee. Number 2, Barricade. And number 3, Strikes. Man, I really am just not... From the arm falling off right from the get-go out of the box to the lack of decent paint job on that thing. And the hollow bits is old. I really wish this would stop. So much so. I mean, I don't even want to display it with the weapons on it. So that's my quick review of the Gamerverse edition. If you don't have this one, then you're going to want to pick this one up, and you won't have, I guess, expectations blown. Man, I didn't see this review going this way, but I really can't recommend this if you got this. And then there's third-party versions that are, even though it's more sophisticated than this on transformation, this guy still got it, man.